Welcome back, everybody, to the Vikings franchise rebuild on Madden 23, where after a disappointing loss to the Cowboys, we're trying to pick up the pieces. Sounds a little bit familiar. We're taking on the Chicago Bears today, and this is actually going to be a really important game for our playoff positioning because we are 7-6, they are 6-7, and we've already lost to Chicago this season. So, if we lose, the tiebreaker automatically goes to them. It becomes much tougher for us to make the playoffs as the 7 seed becomes the most likely way in. We've seen quarterback Richard Hudick return to action now the last couple episodes, and we've seen him have a really good game and then one where there were good moments, but he never really had those big drives or big plays to get us touchdowns and the plays we really needed to beat the Cowboys. He didn't have a terrible game, but it certainly felt very incomplete. But overall, he's playing better than he did at the beginning of this season rather. And before too long, we're going to know his development after 63 more snaps played, and that's possible it happens today. EA has dropped a patch as of, I believe, last Thursday and a server-side update. So when you load into franchise now, your difficulty should be what it's supposed to be. We're on All Pro. And they have released a hotfix, the server-side update that apparently was meant to fix the draft reset bug. I haven't seen anything negative about the bug in the last few days, but I also haven't been looking all that hard. So if you've seen anything with the draft reset lately, let me know. But hopefully that issue is finally behind us so we can just worry about trying to win with the Vikings, which is challenging enough. Having to make sure Madden works in conjunction, really not a recipe that I think we want to deal with. So we're taking on a Bears team today, and then a Green Bay team. So I know we're going slow, but these games are just so critical, and I feel like we just need to go slower through this season. But the Bears right now have Roquan Smith, David Montgomery, Jalen Johnson, Evan Ingram, Sterling Shepard, and Darnell Mooney. Justin Fields is still the quarterback, but only at a 76 overall, not really developing that well. 47 morale also is hurting his ratings right now. He's still obviously a threat on the ground, but I guess we're going to see just how much progress he's made, and maybe a win today would be a big help for his season. That hasn't gone great to this point. 14 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. We really need to play better in this game. I want to see us finally dominate a team up front. It's demoralizing to lose that way. It's also demoralizing to invest so much into your front seven and have them only make a moderate impact on a week-to-week basis. Now, it does seem like this Bears defense has gotten a little bit better. They still have Roquan Smith in here, so he's obviously somebody to watch out for. They picked up Dalvin Tomlinson from the Vikings. Still have Robert Quinn. And I also think it's that time of year where you have to start paying a little more attention to fatigue. Especially, like, you can see it with Dalvin Cook when he's trying to catch his breath. The animation plays out. And I think at this stage of the year, it probably starts to make a lot more sense. And I guess it depends because, like, game plan boosts can be useful. But I think it makes the most sense to start giving more reps to your backups so your starters have less injury risk and less fatigue going into game day. So if we check out the fatigue right now, it's really impacting just a few specific players, which is kind of surprising. So why don't we divvy up the reps here and give Oldham's to Split. And then for Sweat here at right outside, why don't we just go straight to the backups because he's more fatigued. And then Ballard will also go with more of a split setup there. Offensively, it's already been split for a lot of positions. You can see Dalvin Cook is not at 100%, so let's have him rest during practice this week. For quarterbacks, now let's go all the way on the starter side of things. Receiver, you can probably just go backups here. Like Jefferson's at 99. Where are we going with him? And then for Irv Smith, let's go backups as well. And for the The offensive linemen, outside of maybe the interior that's still young and developing, like Darisaw is still young, but now he's like year 4 or whatever, so it is a little bit different. We'll have a lot more backups getting reps in practice. I actually have Darisaw as a focus player as well, which maybe isn't the most beneficial thing to do here. I really want to get more of these focus slots unlocked, but I just feel like I want to give him that extra push because he started off in this game as like a 72, 73 overall. That's a long way to go. So there is the new fatigue breakdown. Dalvin gets 4 stamina back, and maybe at this point the fatigue is still going to be playing a factor. It would be nice if auto subs would reliably work and rotate a bit more, because I'd love to have that be the case. Cam Bynum not going to play in this game with a back strain, but auto subs are one of those things that is so nice when it works. In the last game that I remember them working really well is NCAA 14, where I think they're exceptional. But in this game, I've tried. I've gone and done practice at 99 out, 100 in. Like, the most aggressive. And it really depends on what stage of the year you're in, because when everybody's at 100 fatigue, they're not going to want to sub. I did that 99 out test with Jonathan Taylor and had to carry the ball 7-8 times in a row before he subbed out. So how is he not dipping under 99 fatigue on one of those 7 carries? It's like, come on. But I've tested it out a little bit. I don't think just being in there and playing matters to your fatigue enough. Like, especially at running back, it looks at jukes and spins. That's using your fatigue. But just like running ahead for 5 yards and getting tackled doesn't seem to have much of an impact. And it's just weird. I'm just going to put it up to, I don't know. Does it even matter? Does it even matter? We can make up numbers. Probably won't matter. Let's play some football. We're at home this week, and the Vikings are breaking out some uniforms they have not worn in quite some time. They never even do it for fun. But, you know, as I get older, I'm starting to get nostalgic about those early 2000s uniforms. The ones that Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss were wearing back then. The Vikings don't often go to their throwbacks, but I think that they should. So we're underway here at our own 25-yard line. Richard Hudick hopefully can get us into the end zone today as he starts with play action and dumps it across to Greg Crossan. Now, I did do a little bit of changing to the playbook for this one. So as we run it on first down, it's Dalvin Cook close to a first. I think overall we're a little more likely to run the ball, especially on first down. Wanted to even that up a little bit. 3rd and short for Richard Hudick, and it's complete to T. Higgins across the 45. I also just went through the scenarios in there, like 1st and 10, 2nd and long, 2nd and medium, and just took out some plays I didn't like, threw in some I did. I was looking for like slip screens that I didn't like, and I didn't see many of them. There's one specific running back screen that I do like in this game. Hudick gets it away. He connects in Bears territory with KJ Hamler. And that is one that you're in the shotgun and the running back starts on one side of the quarterback and the screen is set up to the opposite, which I think gives him a cleaner route to get in position for the actual catch. 3rd and inches. Dalvin off tackle. Dalvin first down. So we'll see if the play calling here is a little bit better. My favorite stuff to do in there is like 2-minute and 3rd and long, because there are just so many plays I think you can draw up there. We run it now as Chase Edmonds does check into the game, and maybe he'll play a lot today because I messed with auto subs, and maybe it'll work. Who knows? 2nd and 10. Hudick, nice protection. It's Irv Smith on the catch. And he's driven backwards, but has plenty of forward progress. 3rd down. Chase Edmonds is in for a 3rd straight snap. Hudick against the blitz. 5-on-5. First down, T. Higgins. Running with Chase Edmonds now. And he dives inside the 20. So if Edmonds has to play a lot more, I mean, he's the RB2 that I trusted for this team. He's been in there now for like 5 consecutive plays. Second down. Hudick overthrows Jefferson, and that would have been a touchdown. Wow, how do you miss that? We also have a lot less of this in the playbook, but it's not fully removed. Hudick on 3rd and 7. Got it this time. Down to the 1 is KJ Hamler. A lot of you want to see Quan Alexander. He is going to play, but I'm trying to mix both in now. I think Hamler offers some big play potential that Alexander maybe doesn't. All right. Dalvin's not in. Edmonds isn't in. We toss it out, and Ty Chandler loses 4 yards. Yeah, I've taken out some of the toss stuff inside the 5. Might want to do even more of it. Probably should get out of this formation right now on 2nd down. Fullback dive, 5 yards out. Wouldn't recommend. Oh, come on. We have plenty of passing in here. Why are we in this formation? 3rd down. Chandler not going to have it. The ball comes out. The Vikings will keep it. Not sure that was a true fumble, but it is a very long opening drive here for the Vikings. We had chances to get touchdowns and missed. So now Chicago will take over. And that is not Justin Fields at cornerback. It's David Montgomery breaking a tackle. And this is going to be Blake Wakefield. So Fields has started for majority of their year, but now they have gone to the rookie. I think this might be his first start. Wow, this is really out of nowhere, because Fields, we saw the stats. He's played most of the season for them. So with Wakefield, he has 77 speed, 76 awareness, and then for his passing ratings, really decent throw power here. Short accuracy and medium are really good for a rookie. Maybe struggles a bit on the downfield stuff. So his ratings aren't where Fields are right now, but his starting point is pretty good. And here's the matchup we got in store now. We got rookie against rookie here, trying to get both teams into the playoffs. Flag down here on 2nd down. It's against Chicago. He's going to keep it now on 2nd and 17, and there is a little mobility, much like there is with Richard Hudick, but it's not playmaking mobility. 3rd and 12, Wakefield off balance. He dumps it across the middle, and that sloppy play by Keyshawn Oldham as he allows Montgomery to convert. They run it. Not much there for Montgomery. So I wonder if he has like the quarterback of the future or day one starter tag, and Fields' morale perhaps dropping made the overall gap 2 points. I think that's kind of what it takes for the tag to overcome an overall deficiency. As Chuba Hubbard loses a couple there, Harrison Phillips in the backfield. And that brings up 3rd and 11. They need midfield here for a conversion. Wakefield running out of time. He goes down. Montez Sweat. And the Vikings get off the field. Oh, a 70-yard punt down to the 1. Okay. All right. Well, if you're going to QB sneak it out of here, which we're not, just make sure you complete the snap. We're in the end zone, though. Shotgun on 1st down. I'm terrified as we run it. And it's a gain of 2 for Dalvin Cook. But I think it's clear the subbing is going to be pretty frequent in this game. 3-yard line now, a bit more room. Hudick. Oh, what are you doing? He threw it right to 2 Bear defenders. Now it's 3rd down. We're going empty. I'm still terrified about a safety as he runs it out of the end zone on 3rd and 8. That means more Blake Wakefield here on first down for the Bears. They do begin at midfield. And they'll give it to Montgomery, and he'll fight ahead to the 48. On second down, Wakefield, he's looking toward the end zone and overthrows his receiver. Forget who's wearing number 17 for them right now. But it's Darnell Mooney, Sterling Shepard, and Russell Gage as the top three. Wakefield downfield this time. It's caught. And I think the receiver stepped out of bounds. All right, I don't want to see you punt us down to the 1 again, all right? Chicago boots it away off the side of his foot. Beautifully done. The CPU just cannot handle these angled kicks from like midfield. First quarter coming to an end, and Hudick gets it away off the mark. He wanted Higgins and almost got him. So we've seen some inaccuracy out of these two rookie quarterbacks. Don't have many starts under their belt. Caught by Jefferson, a first down across the 45. Across the 40. We have a lot of young quarterbacks getting playing time now in this series. Carl Kiernan for the Texans. The Eagles have that 99 throw power guy. This one's caught by Higgins. He's getting a lot of targets here in the early goings. Hudick to the air on first down. Just run it. Let's go ahead to the 32. Two receivers in the game on third down. They go 6 across the line. Hudick short. He's got him. A first down to Jefferson at the 20. And now trying to get that red zone score that eluded us last game against the Cowboys. Got to get touchdowns in here. The running game has also been really struggling to get going. Dalvin just 2 yards a carry right now. On second down, Hudick has Jefferson for the touchdown. Time to hit the gritty as the Vikings go up 2 scores. He didn't miss them that time. I like the way we're pass protecting as well. Holding up, doing a nice job. And there's just nobody home. If you want to press Jefferson, do so at your own risk. Especially if you're in cover 1. Because, I mean, there technically is safety help. But just by the nature of the route, it's one-on-one. The Vikings have control of this game here early. Third down, Chicago. What is that? We just simmed a 70-yard touchdown to their 4th receiver, J.C. Mumphrey. And the Vikings now lead it by 3. Just trying to get some second quarter simming in here. 8 yards to Richard Hudick, or to Irv Smith. And on third down, we run for it. So let's jump back in here with the Vikes in the second quarter. I'm hoping we run 63 snaps today so we can learn his development. Hudick on first down. Dumps it, and it's through the hands of Quan Alexander. Very uncharacteristic of him. Second down, Jefferson lines up in the backfield. And Hudick, he connects with T. Higgins once again. 13 of 19 in the air. And Higgins looks like the leading receiver to this point. 5 for 57. And now from the empty look. Oh, he caught it! And his feet were down. It's T. Higgins. Yeah, you need some size there to make that play. First down now on a deep drop. Penalty marker down. This will not count. Dalvin trying to get outside, and there's just nowhere to go. We've shown some commitment to the run early, but it just isn't going anywhere. It's second down. Hudick gets out of trouble and slides down before he meets more. And it's going to be third down and 18. Everybody in tight. We can convert inside the 9-yard line. And Hudick steps up, looks to the end zone. It's a catch! Touchdown, Justin Jefferson! It doesn't matter the down or distance. If you throw it to this guy, you've got a chance. I thought this would go through the back of the end zone. The positioning is perfect. He's gotten Kyler Gordon twice now for scores. And the Bears have turned the football over. Keyshawn Oldham on the recovery. And we'll see if we can further increase this lead. We're in Chicago territory. Jefferson's hungry for a third score. It's first down. And Hudick swings it outside. And that is a catch. And Keith Boyce, he is shaken up. The starting center coming out. So Ed Ingram, we do have as the backup center. And with 2:40 left to go in the first half, Hudick dumps it for T. Higgins. It's a short gain. Love to see us get this first down, run the clock a little bit. Don't give the Bears a 2-minute drill. 3rd and 4. Up top, it's caught. T. Higgins going up the ladder for it. He and Jefferson, since this quarterback change, have really been the duo that we were hoping for. We're inside the 10. Jefferson's got it. He spins down to the 1. Almost his third gritty of the day. And now I have to look at this inside the 5 play calling, as CJ Ham cannot get in, but it will run more clock. But it's just so goal line heavy. This is Dalvin to the outside for a touchdown. I mean the goal line formation. Just a little too much of it here. I mean, I like to have at least one receiver out there unless you're 6 inches out and you're going to run it down their throat. But hey, we get the touchdown here regardless. Vikes cruising here against the Bears. Keeping those playoff hopes looking nice. It's 24-7. I want to see Wakefield now having to play with some urgency. 1:13 left to go now in the first half. It's Wakefield on first down, and he dumps it. The ball comes out, and the Minnesota Vikings have recovered. That looked to be just a clean strip. They stood him up there and take the football back, and this is getting ugly. 1:08 to go in the first half. Hudick outside Jefferson. He wanted more than 9. Hudick 20 of 26, 2 touchdowns here in the first half. We head to the air, set up the screen on second down. This is Dalvin Cook inside the 10. Yeah, I'll take a look at some other spots that I may have missed. I was looking at like 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, but I don't know. 2nd and short is not really a slip screen time for me in this game either. 1st and goal. Hudick steps up. Wide open is Jefferson. It's his 3rd of the half. Unbelievable. And for Chicago, it looks like they might have been hibernating this week instead of game planning. Oh, and Wakefield is not happy. There goes the helmet. This one isn't looking good for Chicago. They did manage a field goal before halftime, but they still trail by 21. And if they get a touchdown on this drive, then maybe they'll have my attention, but anything less, and I'm going to assume we keep blowing them out. But they haven't had the football much today. They've had turnovers, and the Vikings have capitalized on all of them. Neither team is running all that well. One thing I did at lunch was move both teams' run blocking up to 52 because just by default it was not working, and that gave some balance. I want to wait a little bit longer because historically, as Wakefield sails it to the sideline, I haven't had to do any slider changes. And after they patched the game, I didn't have any slider changes. So it could just be, you know, the stretch of games. We haven't seen good offensive lines. We haven't seen good running attacks. But we'll be patient with it. And the Vikings up 21. Set it up for Dalvin Cook. And yeah, first down. Shouldn't have screens like that either. I went through it. I don't think I saw them, but take another look. Hudick off the mark on second down. Those pressured crossing routes are a very inconsistent throw in Madden. That makes it third down. Chicago brings 4. They pressure Hudick, and he will go down. This might turn into a game as well where we can get like Tracy Hines in there and a few more of these backups who want to at least get some reps. First down, Wakefield's chased and does get it away just in time. Blitz coming on second down. Wakefield right on target. A nice play to the 44, Evan Ingram. On first down, Wakefield has an open receiver. It's Ingram once again as the Bears get into Viking territory. They'll keep it on the ground, and it's Montgomery ahead to the 35. Really curious if the running game opens up for either team. 7:25 to play now in the game. Montgomery, no chance on the play. Absolutely none. Brian Asamoah there had a hit. 3rd and 4 for Blake Wakefield. He throws it. Montgomery has enough. Bears go offset I. 29 yards out. Wakefield knocked away by Harrison Smith, who is not known for knocking passes away. He's been one of the better interceptors in the league, I feel, at safety in the last decade. He's gotten a lot of them. Third down. 6:16 to go here in the third quarter. Just the 31st play Chicago is going to run. And they've got to get inside the 19. They'll dump it again. Montgomery keeps turning these checkdowns into first downs. He has 4 catches. I'm pretty sure every one has been a first down. At least 3 of them have. They'll run it with him now, and Montgomery goes down on first contact. Much better. And Wakefield, he lobs it and is intercepted by Cam Dantzler. The Vikings turn the Bears over again at the 3-yard line. They like throwing these jump balls, but receivers don't really know how to attack in this game. It's the weirdest thing. You'd think, if anything, it'd be the receivers who attack the ball over the defenders, but it's the opposite in Madden. They run it with Dalvin here on first down and get one of their better runs of the day. A win here would significantly boost our playoff odds, and we're doing everything we can to make sure we get it, playing one of our most complete games of the season. It also feels like, a little balance has been restored to the offense as Hudick looks to take off, and he'll get close to a first. His scrambling has come at all the right times. He hasn't been reckless. That's what I want to see there. Just go get, 20, 30 yards, a couple first downs here and there. Handoff going to Jefferson, and he breaks the tackle, and Jefferson gets the first down. Running with Dalvin. Now he's got some daylight on the outside and turns this into a Viking first down. Interesting how we've actually... It's only a very small sample, but the stretches have actually worked. And now we go to Chase Edmonds, and he delivers a nice run. So maybe we can keep an eye on that sub-out value, but today we've actually had a rotation as Edmonds gets downhill and the running game for Minnesota is opening up. With Dalvin, my ideal split is kind of like a 75-25, if I could set that up nicely. Irv on the second effort maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. But I never want the same running back in there like every play unless it's the playoffs and it makes sense. He's open again. What are they doing? Caught by Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have it inside the 15. I forget how many more snaps we need to actually get Hudick's development unlocked, but that would be a nice addition to this episode as they do swarm Edmonds. And we'll head into the fourth quarter. Vikings trying to protect a mountain of a lead. 21 points up, threatening to make it more. Edmonds the running back on second down. Alexander gets the handoff and is up to the 10. Not bad for the block designed to lead the way, not hitting. Oh, we need just 3 more plays. 3rd and 6. Hudick fires and he connects at the 1 with Alexander. So in 2 more plays, it'll be the 63rd necessary to unlock his development. So we'll hit that. 1st and goal from the 1. And he's going to throw it. Incomplete for Irv Smith. They had a chance there. And now the 63rd play of the day for the Vikings. It's a run. Diving in is Ty Chandler. And it's a Viking lead increased to 27. 37-10. We do have some backups getting playing time now, and we'll get to see a little bit of guys like Jarvis Cox at linebacker, Steven Tura, Tyron Blue rushing the passer, Deion Robinson, the first-round rookie. Wakefield has this one broken up. That's Cam Dantzler. Dantzler really shouldn't be out there, though. I just edited the depth chart, and I see some of my changes out there. Wakefield off the mark badly. Edmonds gets the carry, and the Vikings running game continues a nice second half. So some patience there paying off. And it's been fun to see us be able to run the stretch, a little inside zone. There's some variety to it. Edmonds, not much on that one. They run it again, and Chase Edmonds running through arm tackles takes it down to the 6. Edmonds turning in a really nice day, and now Kene Nwangwu is going to check in at running back. Vikings go to KJ Hamler, and he is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. He looked quick on that little jet sweep, too. He's the ideal jet sweep player on this offense. And the Vikings know they can celebrate a huge victory today that likely puts Chicago out of playoff favor, 45-10. And Deion Robinson, he gets a sack on this drive of Blake Wakefield, and the Vikings do get the ball back. Overall, a phenomenal day here for the Vikings in this franchise. And I already know what I want to do next episode. It's Nwangwu. And it took the safety, Eddie Jackson, to save the touchdown. What a dominant rushing performance, specifically here in the second half. But we have 3 games to go after this one. Next episode, we do 2 games so we can see what the situation is week 18. Is it like a win and get in? Is it a game for seeding? Next episode's kind of going to be a big one. But getting this win today will put us in a nice position. There's a catch for Alexander. And for Richard Hudick, this is definitely one of his better performances. He did miss some throws early on, but came back and hit some big touchdowns to Jefferson. What I like about him is he's a little less risk averse than a lot of quarterbacks I've seen in this game. You know, You have to really look at the set of traits a quarterback has to figure out how they're going to play. But I have played against Jalen Hurts in this game, traditionally, in my franchise, and I've seen him play, obviously, in this series. And he has a very passive play style. It leads to a high completion percentage, and if you protect him well, good things can happen. But he's not really a quarterback who wants to push the ball downfield. A 360 from Hudick, I wouldn't recommend when you have a beautiful stat line right there. You don't want to mess that up. But there really are just a few traits that help determine how a quarterback is going to play. At least, kind of how they face pressure, and pressure happens an awful lot. So that's one of the biggest determining factors. So hopefully we can get through the next couple episodes and get to the point where we're going to see playoff football at last in this series. Richard Hudick's playing well. If we can run the football a little bit more going forward, that'll take some of the stress off of this passing game. They set up a screen for Montgomery, and I'm shocked he didn't get the first down. Almost all of his receptions have been. 3rd and 1. That's Evan Ingram for a first. Oh, I guess not. They're punting. I'll give the Bears one thing. Oh, they couldn't down it in time? Come on, you're letting your punter down like that. I was going to say, they've had some really good punts today. And that's the kind of moral victory you can take into next week. At least we are good at punting away the football. 48-10 Vikings, putting the finishing touches on this one. It is Kene Nwangwu. And unless there is a touchdown, a fumble, or he goes out of bounds, this is the last play of the game. Kene Nwangwu, all the way outside. Nice way to finish it off. A 20-yarder as the Vikings explode in the second half with well over 100 yards rushing, and they beat the Bears 48-10. Just a beat down. And Minnesota moves to 8-6 on the season. That was, pretty close to what the Cowboys did to the Vikings yesterday, Richard Hudick, 293, 3 touchdowns. Wakefield, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Certainly had some struggles in this game, while Richard Hudick really did not. Dalvin went 11 for 36, but Chase Edmonds had 42 yards rushing, and Kene Nwangwu 57. Richard Hudick chipped in a little bit, and that was just a really fun performance. The Bears running backs combined for 10 carries, 11 yards on the ground, which isn't very good if you're unfamiliar with the sport. And then Justin Jefferson and T. Higgins, they each go over 100 yards. And if they were at all pushed in this game, if the Bears could have kept it close, this could have gotten really out of hand. But I love just how laser focused we were on those two guys, I want the target share for them to be huge. And then defensively, we did have a few sacks in this game, and Deion Robinson picked up 1. We had an interception. We forced 2 fumbles with Keyshawn Oldham. Yeah, it doesn't really get a whole lot better than that. And we get to upgrade Keyshawn Oldham, who has really, really good morale right now and a temporary boost, so he's playing even better than normal. 79 morale. And then Keith Boyce, who got hurt in this game, doesn't have an injury designation right now, so I think he's all right. And the center moves to 76 overall. Here he is, almost 2 years into his development, and morale is helping out, but overall, he's in a nice spot right now, developing into a solid center. So next episode is going to be interesting, going through 2 games, and we're going to see Green Bay first. And they have the best scoring offense in all of football, and the best passing yardage offense in all of football. Now, when we played them last, you could see the way we were dominated up front, and we just weren't able to compete. We only had 315 yards of offense in that game, 181 passing, sacked 3 times. Just couldn't really do much. 5 yards an attempt. And then rushing, you worry about this because they're strong in the trenches, and we went 10 for 34. I'm really curious to see how Richard Hudick fares against this defense, and if this style that he has gives us more of a chance. Also, if we lean a little bit more on the running game, I think that'll help. But why don't we go check out QB1's development here? We could go to the adjust lineup screen, but let's check it out from this screen right here. Star development. That's kind of what I was expecting. Also, if he had superstar, I would have noticed here on his player card, so that was also a giveaway. But star dev here for the rookie Richard Hudick, who now has 11 touchdowns to 8 interceptions and 3 touchdowns in his last game. 5 touchdowns, 1 pick in his 3 starts since becoming the starter once again. Jefferson's 3 touchdowns equal what he had coming into this game. And now over his last 3, we've seen him put together 3 of his most productive performances. 4 of his 6 touchdown passes now have been from Richard Hudick. And defensively, we have 10.5 sacks for Montez Sweat, 10 for Hunter, and then everybody else is just chipping in where they can. Deon Robinson, 225 downs played. Probably going to increase his playing time here down the stretch, as I don't think we're really getting a whole lot from Fletcher Cox. So why not get the rookie in there now? He's been developing all season, and we'll see if he can finish the season strong. At 8-6, we're in a really good spot when it comes to the wild card positioning, as the Cowboys lead the East because Dallas, Texas is in the eastern part of the country, and Arizona is in first place right now in the West. So the Vikings would basically be the top wildcard team at the moment, with a bunch of 7-7 teams now on their heels. The 6-8 teams, they basically have to win out for a chance, but you got these teams here waiting. Seattle at 4-10, so they're the team we actually close against. I wish Madden Schedule Generator was better at being able to make sure division games end the season the way it's supposed to be. But we get Green Bay, Tennessee, and then Seattle. Just one look here. We know we get Green Bay next episode, but do the Titans still have a very good running back? They definitely do. It's Derrick Henry, and that's going to be a true test. Tannehill's still the quarterback. That's right. CD's on this team now. We checked that last episode. Yeah, Tennessee, that could be a matchup that doesn't favor us. Green Bay is an 11-win team right now. 12 wins, actually, tied for best record in the NFL. And Tennessee, well, they stink. If we win 2 out of these next 3, we go 10-7, make it into the playoffs. I think that would be a very successful season. We win 1 more game, we guarantee a winning record, but does 9-8 get us into the playoffs? It might. Right now, we'd be the 5 seed, and we'll see next episode where things go on our pursuit of the postseason with Minnesota. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Next time around, expect something a bit more jam-packed as we take on Green Bay and Tennessee. But please leave a like if you're enjoying the series, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.